guys, welcome. Oh no, so I might need to stop my washing machine right there. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grwm. If you're seeing my face for the first time, if it's the first time, it's just welcome. But if you're like used to me, is welcome back. Guys, today's video, I'm going to be filming a get ready with me that no one asked for. I don't know if it's just me, but once winter is coming close, my hands get really dry and scaly in this country. I need to constantly move around with hand cream. Not that I do not move around with hand cream before, but now I need to actually do it on purpose with the intent of not having dry and very hard palm. Anyways, I think I've put my face cream on my face, but obviously I still need to put some moisturizer on my face before we start. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be doing my makeup and I'm going to be telling you guys a very funny incident. Like, we're going to be talking about something and I'm going to be talking about a story time as well. And guess what? In this story time, there's someone popular in this story time. Would I even say popular now? A public figure. She is in the Big Brother house. Okay, the Big Brother house has ended, but she's a Big Brother person. And what has brought me to discuss this basically is just that people actually never change. That's what I've realized. You see, when people have like a pattern of behavior, irrespective of how old they get, sometimes they actually never change. This person, I'm going to give you guys the clue. The clue is I grew up in Ikorodu and she talks about Ikorodu a lot. So I don't want to name anyone, but obviously you guys can figure it out what I'm talking about. But I realized that the way she's been behaving since we were young, and when I mean young, I mean like high school. I need to go turn off the washing machine now. So that's all turned off. And now my moisturizer has gone right into my skin. Guys, my skin is not the best now. Like, I have breakouts. I'm just stressed. So like my skin is going through a lot, guys. Anyways, I lived in Ikorodu, and this person, I think she also grew up in Ikorodu, right? And at the time that I met her, I think it was either SS1 or SS2, or it was definitely not junior school. It was definitely senior school. Well, I can't really remember if it was like SS1 or SS2. It was one of those years. So I used to go to coaching lesson like in one school called Kingsfield. You know that long midterm break where you have to actually train before you get into the next class? I think it was definitely SS1 or SS2. So I met this girl, right? She came to our coaching lesson class, this same person. And what I mean, like, I'm not even trying to shade anyone, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, like, everyone should be responsible for themselves. And it gets to a time where you have to actually have conversation with yourself. This girl has always been delusional about guys that don't give a F about her. And I'm not even trying to shade, but like, it's just a pattern of behavior that I feel like has still continued. And whenever you have a crush with someone and it doesn't go well, you know, the way you just like start to act out. I feel like that's the kind of person that she is. So like, she came to the class at first, oh cool, fine girl is in the school, everybody's like, oh, there's a new girl, blah 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 blah. There was this guy that obviously was in my coaching lesson, and I've known him for a long time. I don't even know if me and him had something at that time, to be honest. But I feel like he liked me. I think I kind of liked him back. But we weren't like following up to do something with whatever feelings we had with each other. Because we're young, right? And I was such a novice growing up, guys. I was a late bloomer. So I was one of those people that was very like loyal. And I think at that time I was even dating someone else. So like, she used to like pick on me anytime like me and this guy are together. And this guy literally, I don't think he ever said a word to her, if I'm being honest. Like, I genuinely do not think they had a conversation. But I don't know why, for some reason in her head, she just thought that the guy was hers. Like, she genuinely thought like he was a man. And any girl that was talking to him was basically stepping on her toes. Like, she used to pick on me a lot that time. Like, she would do stuff to just like make me uncomfortable. And like I said, I was a late bloomer. So I wasn't very confrontational. I used to be very like scared. Let's just put the truth out there. Like, I used to be kind of scared of her. Like, and I used to just kind of like avoid her. But there was one incident that actually happened that it still busts my head till today. The other day, like when someone sent me something on Instagram, I sent it to my elder sister. My elder sister was like, oh, Jesus, I remember this time. So you know how like when you're in coaching lesson, guys, I'm telling you guys the story too much. And I haven't even started my makeup. Let me find the things I need for my brows. Let's do the brows first. So you guys, you know how like when you're like in coaching lesson and it's like coming to the end of the coaching lesson and you guys just decide to do like some sort of like a dance or like a dance practice or something. So because my house is really close to the coaching lesson, remember I told you guys my house is literally like so the my house is like in the estate. There's an estate gate and there's like a major road. If you cross to the other side of the major road, that's where the school is. I can actually go to the school with my eyes closed. So obviously proximity, my house is really close to the school. So it was time for us. So we decided to do like some sort of little dance. Everybody wanted to do like a dance. So I was like, you know what, guys, let's go and do it in my house. And my elder sister, bless her, she indulges like me and my cousin whenever I want to do stuff like this. So I was like, my elder sister will teach us some dance steps. We have a very nice stereo. Is this stereo? What do they call it now? I think it's stereo. Is this stereo? Like, radio basically. I was like, oh, we have a very like nice radio in my house. Let's go to my house and do this dance, basically. I remember I told you that this girl was picking on me already because she felt like I was like taking a man. Guys, let me quickly do my brows and come back. All right, so that's literally all I do to my brows. And then I clean it up with like concealer. I always use concealer that is exactly my skin tone or one shade lighter to clean up my brows. Guys, I keep looking to the side. That's because my mirror is on the side. Sorry, guys. So, like, this girl was picking on me already, right? Because obviously she thought, like, oh, I'm dating a man. The man that she thinks is ours in her dream, right? So she used to, like, act up to me and stuff already. In fact, I think I was scared of her, but obviously we still had a friendship. So we used to do the fake friendship, but it was based off on basically her bullying me for being with a man in quotes. So like it was time to do that coaching. It was time to do that dance, right? So we ended off to go to my house. All of us, like it was like I think it was like the coaching lesson was coming to an end. I wanted to do like a party. Yeah, it was like a coaching lesson party. You know when you guys do parties and everything. So my house is close to the coaching lesson. We're like, let's go do the dance in my house. And my elder sister, like I said, she indulges me and my friends for stuff like this. In fact, she was happy to train us for a dance step to use for like the stuff we needed to do. So we got to my house, we're training, and obviously, like I said, I'm a late bloomer, but it's not even just because of that. Like I'm respectful to my parents and everything. This stereo that we're using to do the dance practice, it was a new stereo that my dad had just bought. So obviously we just wanted to use it because I think we already had a CD of the song that we're gonna play. So this stereo was really nice. You know these stereos that have like CD players, they have like radio. It was really bougie. So we brought it out for this dancing lesson. That's how this girl. I can't even remember what she did, but she basically spoiled the stereo, and I was just like, "What?" And you know when you spoil something and you're like sorry and like just like worried for your friend, like, "Oh, sorry that I spoiled it. I didn't mean to." That wasn't a reaction. Her reaction was like, "Yeah, so I spoiled it. What are you gonna do?" I'll never forget. As in, my elder sister was even like, where did you see this girl from? I think I'd not yet told my elder sister, the backstory of how she was already like bullying me because of like a man that thought was hers. I can't remember how the whole thing ended, but I sure know that. Funny enough, like we still kind of kept in touch. Prior to the first time she went to Big Brother, like we still used to talk like casually. In fact, there was a time she was following me on Instagram, but obviously she unfollowed me. But like we don't have a friendship, but we used to like speak like back in the days on like Snap or like Instagram, but she was never my friend. But the moral of the story is I don't know why girls like whenever like something is happening in I don't in fact like I don't even think this one is even like a man because clearly the guy is not a man. He's just a guy that she likes. And I feel like I don't know, is it normal? Are there girls that actually do that? Like I want you guys to actually tell me in the comment section. Are there actually people that like whenever they like a particular guy or something, they actually start to act up towards like the people around the guy? Because it's not normal at all, but I've seen, I think she's the only one that I've seen do that. But it's a behavior that's continued, because I used to watch Big Brother, like I like, even though I don't watch like the show, like I see how people always comment, like, "Ah, why does she behave like this? This guy is not hers. Why is she acting up and being bullying like people around the guy?" And it just kind of triggered me because I just remembered like that she had that same attitude when we were like young. Same, like same MO. She doesn't even care if the guy has his girlfriend or something. He will just start acting up. So guys, this is how I do my makeup sometimes when I want to do full glam like I'm doing today. Currently, I used to do the no foundation makeup routine. In fact, I don't even do my brows, but I'm just trying to see if I can still get that full glam because I genuinely don't think I still know how to do full glam. So this makeup is just like a tryout, just like all of you. So if you're looking at like improving your makeup steps, you might be able to learn one thing or two from me. So what I'm using as my color corrector is actually my lipstick from my brand. Do you guys remember that I have a makeup brand, Abba Ade? I actually used to use most of my stuff, but clearly I don't even remember to market my products anymore, guys. I'm so don't even know how to go about it. I have loads of products, loads of money tied down, but no ginger, no energy and stuff. Yeah, this is what I do if I want to do full glam. I kind of give myself that color corrector, especially on days like this when my skin is doing the most. Then I go ahead and put foundation. But whenever I put foundation on my face, it's usually so light. I genuinely do not like to put too much foundation on my face. Guys, that's how the story ended though. I don't want it to look like I just stopped the story halfway, but like I can't remember in total details, like, how everything ended. But I know and I remember that she's always been that kind of person that, because you like somebody, you don't even care to see if they like you back. She just used to act out like to girls that are around the guy. He doesn't even want to know if, because I genuinely do not think that guy liked her back. Like, not even from a bad place, but like he probably just liked her as like, oh, this girl is in my class, nothing more. And it was just weird for the guy because he didn't even know how to, support me or make me feel good or just like make me feel better around her. Because genuinely, I don't even think, like, I've not even told the guy that, oh, yeah, I want to date you, stuff like that. I guess he was just even just trying to like talk to me and stuff. And that brings me to another funny story. You know what's funny, guys? This guy was the one that actually taught me how to drive, which is so funny. And I remember ruining his car and running away one day. I was so tensed. I drove his car inside a big gutter in our area, like, and I just ran away. Like, I literally just left the car and ran away. Like, I don't know how he forgave me, but he did forgive me. He did forgive me, not forgive me. He did forgive me, but I remember like he taught me how to drive. This same guy, I'm gonna call him A. His name is Adams actually. We don't actually speak anymore. Like, I've lost contact with him. But in case you're watching this, shout out to you, Adams. He did teach me how to drive. And for some weird reason, one day we were having a drive just down my street, and I drove the car into a ditch. And I came outside and I ran away. That was literally what I did. Oh, I remember my driving chronicles. My driving chronicles are crazy though, if I'm being honest. I remember one time my dad's driver as well. I forced this guy to teach me how to drive. Like, I literally like forced him. Like, I forced him to teach me how to drive. Then, like, this was already after school. Like, I think I was already done with school then. Like, I would follow him anytime my dad sends him on an errand if he's going with a car. And then when we get to a certain place, he will allow me drive. Like, this was without my dad's consent, of course. Because my dad was like, go to driving school if you want to learn how to drive, but trust your girl. I don't listen. I wanted to learn how to drive for free. So this guy gave me my dad's car to drive one day, and we're basically like driving down the street. And I drove into a shop wall, and broke like the windscreen of the car and everything. And guess what happened? Because obviously this happened like it happened like just down my street. My street is really long, so it happened down the road. Tell me why my dad knew before we go home. Everybody in the shop area, like, because obviously they know my dad, are like, Omo Kiniko, Moto, Mr. Kiniko, Lele, driver, Mr. He called my dad. Your child has broken our shop. Oh. The bill is 400K or something. My dad was so upset. That's like the first time I saw my dad upset. And do you know what's funny? My dad literally did not speak to me. He just faced the driver. I was like, why the hell did you do that without my permission? Like, he didn't even speak to me. Like, he didn't, like, my dad did not talk to me. He just faced the driver. I was like, why did you do that? Like, that was the person he was like speaking to. He didn't speak to me at all. That's how I knew that my dad was upset. The person that was now shouting at me when she came back was obviously my mom. Oh gosh, I'll never forget all the things my mom said to me that day. I was actually very pissed off, obviously. It's all love. Anyways, I put my foundation on. I'm gonna go in with my concealer now. Actually, with my concealer, I do my concealer twice. After I'm done with this concealer, right, I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. I'm not happy with the fixing spray I'm using. I usually use the NYX. I really do not like this one. I feel like it's not good enough. So I'm going to manage what I have because I haven't gone shopping in a long time. I'm going to do that. To blend in my concealer, I always go in with like a small brush first, just to make sure that like it sits exactly where I want it to. When this is done, I then go in with my beauty blender, which is usually already wet, and just dab it into my skin because you basically want concealer to go into your skin. That's what you want. So that's nice blend up there. So for the main concealer, guys, this concealer is usually like a preamble. For the main concealer, it's usually the really light one. So I go in with Born This Way concealer, and I basically just put that there, put that there. Little amount goes a long way. And the same rules apply. I leave that for a bit to dry up on my face. Sometimes I spray it, sometimes I don't. Just because I'm not going anywhere today, I don't want it to be too full coverage. I'm just doing my makeup for YouTube, so I'm just gonna leave that to dry out. And yeah, just let's chat. Like, what do you guys think? How do you guys think about like women like stepping up to women instead of stepping up to their man? Like, if my man does something for me and it makes me uncomfortable, like with the way he's interacting with another girl or something, I actually never go to meet the girl. The worst case I do is maybe like unfollow the girl on his Instagram. I think that's literally the worst I will do, but I don't think I'm gonna go to the girl and say, oh, you're talking to my man. I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like it's also self-respect because you don't know what your man is saying to the girl to start with, so you don't want to go and be fighting the wrong person. The girl might even be irritated. She might even be like, why is your man disturbing me? Come and take your man. I'm this in my DM. I feel like the person that I always exert my energy on and get upset with is usually my partners. There's never been a time like when, worst case, like me and my friends would just maybe like, this guy is talking to my man. But not to the extent that I'm stalking you and like, no, it's not that bad. I don't know. What do you guys think? I need this to dry up. Dry up. Let's see if it's dried. Same thing. Dust it. I feel like the quantity I used is actually too small. This is actually not sufficient, but we're gonna make it work. I think the most important thing you do to your makeup is your contour. Your contour will actually make or mar your face, and where you put your contour is actually very important. Always make sure that if you want to get a contour like cream, make sure the consistency is very good. Make sure it's never too thick. Can you see? Make sure it's something that you can mix and warm up and it becomes like this. So for my own contour, because of my facial structure, my contour usually must start like where the beginning of my ear is. Can you see? And it's usually the same for everyone. Like if you follow that pattern, you probably are contouring your face, right? And I always make sure my contour ends where my brow ends. I don't bring it too forward. I kind of take it up that way. For my nose, I don't really use nose contour every time, but when I do, I just make sure I put it by the sides of my nose, this way, and then I take it into my brow, Can you guys see? If I have any more contour, I go back and add it there, That's literally where my contour stays. And to blend everything out, for my contour, I mostly blend it out almost immediately. Contour always has the tendency of drying up and making you look like a wicked man. So I try to do it as quick as possible. by tapping in. Can you see? Make sure that it's almost invisible. It's like I'm cleaning like something off. That's always the motion that I use. Doesn't really work for everybody, but that's what I find that works for me. Can you see? And then always go back with my highlight just to be sure that everything is still intact. My forehead, the bridge of my nose, yeah, and everywhere under the contour, just to make sure that everywhere looks clean. The next thing I do is set my face. To set my face, I usually use Huda Beauty and Fenty Beauty together. It's usually a mixture. The Huda Beauty, I got it in a color too dark. And I think the Fenty Beauty, I purposely now went to go and buy it in a color too light. So a mixture of the Huda Beauty and the Fenty Beauty kind of gives me banana. And that's really what I need. I can use the tail of this brush just to make sure everything goes in. When this one finishes, I'm gonna get my only Grwm here. So yeah, I then go in with this. I learned a new procedure on Snapchat or something where you basically like rub off this on your palm and then you go into your skin. I did try it one time and I found that it actually gives a good effect, if I'm being honest. Rub off and then press into the skin. I tried it once and I liked it. Can you guys see how like it just gives me that clean base? So to bake my face, I actually always go in with this one. I like this one. I like the effect. And I basically just tap this and I just like go this way. I still bake. Some people do not bake anymore, but I definitely still bake. So at this point, this is actually the time that I do my blush while my face is baking. Sometimes I usually go in with the same brush, but I found that since I started using this different brushes, it kind of gives me a very neat canvas to work with. When I want to do my blush, I kind of smile. Today I'm going to be using this. Actually, I'm going to use the lighter version, orange. Can you see that? So I'm going to tap that just there. And just like, you know, like as I'm trying to smile, that exact part that I'm trying. If I want to do an extra step, I'll go in with a pink to soften it up and give me that like sophisticated look. I really like this palette in particular. I feel like that other one is too dark. I'm gonna do my lashes and like everything outside camera, then I'll come back to do my lips and dust off this one. All right, see you guys in a bit. Don't go anywhere, keep watching. BW and crew. Hey God, every time I waste my powder, this is so unfair. Rihanna will be mad. What the hell? So guys, I'm back. So whenever I'm done with my makeup, like when I'm done with everything, I used to look at anywhere that needs correction. Most times, this is when I actually really do my brows. I go in back and just like knitting up my brows whenever like I'm done with my face, and then just brush it out to make it look as natural as possible. This one is looking mad. So I do that. Do this. Guys, this is my lashes. Do you guys like my lashes? It's actually from my brand as well. I also go in with my nose powder contour, which I usually just make sure it's a very thin line between where I've done like. I always make sure I do it into my face. I also usually go back with like my eyeshadow, because obviously this eyeshadow palette in particular is not the best quality. All these your YouTubers that you watch, they don't show you all this process. They used to do this on outside camera and make it look like, ooh, my product is so good. Yeah, it's not. Anyways, now we're gonna go to the lips. I'm going to do my lips before I do my dust off my powder. The powder is actually the last thing I dust off. I actually found out that like when you dust off your powder, when like you know when these little dots start to appear, that's when it's actually like already sat in your skin properly. So that's actually when I dust off my powder. For my lips, I usually like to go in with like my dark foundation to do my lip contour out my lip. My new lip liner is actually my dark concealer. Actually gives me a very nice shade of brown that I like. That is almost similar to my skin tone. So this is another hack I'm giving you guys for free. Use your contour as your lip um liner. And this is done. So guys, I'm going to go and wear my wig, come back and finish my face again. I know there's a lot of like finish my face later, finish my face later. But guys, I actually always like my baking powder to actually sit for long, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to go with my wig and I'll come back and then we'll just off my face, we'll do everything and we'll conclude the video, okay? And I hope you guys learned one thing or two from me, because to be honest, teaching someone how to do makeup is not the easiest thing. But I feel like when you watch somebody, you remember. So that's why I just wanted you guys to watch me. It's not like I'm teaching you how to do your makeup. Everyone's face is different. Everyone likes different things. Some people actually just hate to do my face looks. So no matter how much I show them my makeup style, they probably wouldn't like it. But what can I do? Let me go with my wig. I'll come back. So guys, I've worn my wig. So now let's dust off this excess powder. Dusting of the excess powder is a very serious skill. Can you see how it looks like there was actually nothing there? And I feel like the reason why it looks like this is because I allowed it to dry. If you put your baking powder and you take it off too quick, your face will have white patches. Don't say I didn't do anything for you. You see, like it takes it off. The effect is there, but it takes off the powder. If you do it quickly, it doesn't look like this. I'm telling you this because I'm talking from experience. Before, I used to take off my powder too quick and it used to look ridiculous, if I'm being honest. My under eye, sometimes if I'm being generous, I can go in with something just so it's not too blurry. I'm looking at the mirror now and it looks weird as hell. Now it's good. I think I need to put some gloss on my lips because I look too mean with the way the lipstick looks. This is why I don't like. I told you guys, I actually do not like matte lipsticks. They have a way of making you look just wicked. Guys, I've finished my makeup. This whole process takes me under 1 hour, if I'm being honest. Actually, under 1 hour, especially these days. Now we have to spray our face till our face looks like. That's how God made it. Never ever mice this fixing spray if you know you want good makeup. That's the only advice I can give you. If you know you want your makeup to be nice, don't mice it. Anyways, let's wait for that one to dry. Guys, I think that is all dried up and this is what my face looks like after my beautiful makeup bit. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you learned a thing or two from me? Or do you guys think you want me to do a more detailed process when I'm more quieter and I'm literally showing you the step, every step of the way? But yeah, guys, this is what the finished look is. And thank you so much for watching today's video. I don't know if it's going to be up before the other video I'm filming today, but if this goes up first, just don't be mad at me if you see this same makeup look in another video, because I am actually filming 2 videos today. I'm in the mood, feeling creative, feeling productive. Why don't I just use the energy? But yeah, guys, this is what the finished look is. Let me know what you guys think and I will catch you guys in another video. Please don't forget to give me a like if you enjoyed watching it, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't. Bye guys.